The political spotlight shining on the Windy City this week as the Democratic National Convention is underway. And joining me now is Meet the Press moderator, Kristen Welker. Kristen, hello.
It's great to be with you.
Yes, we are here in Chicago, the heart of the Midwest. Talk to us a little bit about just how important these Midwest states are to this election.
Well, the fact that Vice President Kamala Harris chose Tim Walz, who's from Minnesota, as her running mate tells you everything you need to know about this election. Part of the calculation there, the Harris campaign is hoping that Governor Walz will really help to energize voters throughout the Midwest, really try to solidify the so-called blue wall that was so important in terms of getting President Biden elected. This is where the battle is going to be fought. And then, of course, former President Donald Trump chose J.D. Vance as his running mate from Ohio. They think he's going to be critical at helping to energize some of the voters here in the suburbs and exurbs to get them energized around the Republican ticket. So you all are going to be very busy from now until Election Day. The candidates are going to be crisscrossing the entire Midwest, that's for sure.
Yeah, we already pretty busy already. Let's talk about, as we look ahead to the rest of this week and the rest of the the campaign. About 75 days until Election Day. How does that help or hurt Vice President Kamala Harris with her campaign strategy, having that shortened timeline?
It's going to be fascinating to see what the answer is to that question. Right now, the fact that there's a shortened timeline, I think, is really allowing this boost of energy that she's gotten having entered the race at the top of the ticket to really take off. We saw former First Lady Michelle Obama try to capitalize on the shortened timeline in her remarks, saying, look, folks, we have 77 days to get something done. Let's get on board. Let's do this now. She made the case to Democrats, sort of spoke to them in very blunt terms. We don't have time to waste. And I thought it was just extraordinary to hear her speak in that kind of plain-spoken way to voters. We haven't really heard that from her, but it does speak to this fact, this awareness that there just isn't a lot of time. Of course, Vice President Harris was in Milwaukee, creating that split screen with her husband, who is speaking at the convention on Tuesday night. But the fact that she was campaigning during convention week, a reminder that they do not feel like they have a day to waste at this point.
Also in Wisconsin yesterday, J.D. Vance making a stop in Kenosha. So, how do the Republicans answer to what is a successful week so far for Democrats?
Well, they've been counter-programming the entire week. We're going to see that again. Former President Trump will be in North Carolina. They are going to continue to crisscross the country and make their case and to try to answer what they're hearing every night from Democrats. But look, I think that former President Trump is having a moment of trying to figure out how to get the headlines back. He's seeing the vice president hold these events, getting big crowds. Again, she was in Milwaukee where the Republican National Convention was held, and it was filled to capacity. That's underscores the fact that this is a real race. If you look at the polls, she is leading him or tied with him in a number of the key battleground states. And so I think that you are going to continue to see the Trump campaign counter program. But boy, this is a week where Democrats are hoping to ride the energy that they had coming into this convention.
Kristen, we thank you so much for your insight. And if you would like the latest on politics, you can tune in to Meet the Press on Sundays right here on WMTV.